Hello, Dr. Huff. Shayla here, performing her persuasive speech. Here is my audience. I have my sister Ashley, and these are my flashcards. Are you or your parents immigrants who are getting financial support from the government? Today, I will discuss why students part of the Dreamer Scholarship should have pathways to citizenship. First, we will talk about the problem of Dreamer students currently having no stable pathway to U.S. citizenships and how they face uncertainty, lack access to stable futures and careers in the U.S., and often have no working ties to their country of origin. Second, I will analyze the cause and look at how even though we had attempts under past presidential administrations to establish permanent protection of legislation pathways, the U.S. Congress has failed to pass comprehensive legislation into law. For our final point, I will be presenting a solution as to what we can do to help out those students of Dreamer Scholarship and how potentially provide them a clear pathway to citizenship. The Dreamers program was created for undocumented immigrants, students who come from low-income households, and first in their family to attend college. According to Chabot College Dreamers FAQ, written in 2026, some students that are part of the Dreamers program can apply for DACA. Individuals can apply for a 2-year temporary work permit, social security number, and protection from deportation. However, DACA does not award lawful immigration status or provide a pathway to citizenship and is only for a temporary amount of time. While Dreamers can reapply for DACA every 2 years, this can still undermine immigrants' well-being by threatening of detention or deportation and denial of rights. Second, people part of the Dreamers program don't have a guaranteed future in the United States. According to UC Davis, DACA enables mobility, but its uncertain future undermines benefits for recipients by Aaron Hamilton, Caitlin Poulter, and Robin Savinier, published in 2012, mentions that their findings suggest that without access to permanent legal status, Dreamer students experience limited opportunities distinguished by constant uncertainty and limited socioeconomic integration. In this article, UC Davis interviews DACA recipients, and many said they remain in low-wage positions. Last, many people who are a part of the Dreamers program came to the U.S. when they were as young as 4 years old. According to Forum Dreamers in the United States, an overview of the Dreamer community and Prosper legislation released December 2nd, 2025, expresses that for most Dreamers, the U.S. is the only home they have known. While some Dreamers have protection from being deported, this does not allow Dreamers to gain lawful residence or citizenship in the U.S., making it hard for them to visit or travel out of the country. Because of this, students have no ties to their origin nor past homes. According to CHCI policy, brief stalled progress, how rhetoric and inaction has undermined immigration reform by Luis Chavez, released March 2025. The DREAM Act failed in Congress in 2009, and in 2012, the DACA was introduced by the administration for allowing certain undocumented immigrants to have protection from being deported. During Obama's presidency, he was unable to pass broader reform, and under his administrations, millions of undocumented immigrants were deported. Last, according to CRS report, Brief History of Comprehensive Immigration Reform Efforts in the 109th and 110th Congress to Inform Policy Discussion in the 113th Congress, written February 27 of 2013, during the 109th Congress, both chambers passed major overhauls of immigration law, but did not reach agreement on a comprehensive reform. Former President Obama emphasized this when he called the 113th Congress to take the CIR legislation as a top priority of his second term. According to ABA, activism leads the law following DACA and its fate, written by Luis Cortez Romero, published April 27th of 2020. On August 1st, 2021, Senate Dick Durbin and Orrin Hatch introduced to the U.S. Senate the legislative proposal called the DREAM Act. The DREAM Act would open a pathway for certain undocumented immigrants. The solution to help out students part of the Dreamers Scholarship is to contact members of Congress. Some people we can contact are California senators or local representatives to help draft and pass legislation providing a clear pathway to citizenships for Dreamers. The National Immigration Law Center tell you representative in Congress to support the Dream and Promise Act discharge petition by Stephanie Oviedo, released July 23, 2026, states that members can force a vote if 218 members sign on to a discharge petition. By doing this, the Dreamer Act can be put up for vote by the full House of Representatives. To summarize today's speech, first we discussed the problem Dreamers students have with not having a stable pathway to citizenship, lack of access to stable jobs and futures, and not being able to have working ties with their origin country. Second, we looked at how past presidential administration affected the Dreamers Act now and how Congress failed to pass legislation law. And lastly, we learned that if we reach out to members of Congress, we can help the students part of the Dreamers program. In conclusion, the Dreamers Scholarship has helped many students who are immigrants come from low-income households and are the first in their family to attend college. It is our turn to help out those students in need of our support. As people who can understand part of the Dreamers students go through, let's start by helping them out and take action. Thank you.